Wow, what a match by Murray against Verdasco. That was. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I got some bones to pick. But the first thing I want to talk about is the quarterfinals match between Djokovic and Delpo. Man, Delpo looks sick. He's yet to drop a set throughout this entire tournament. He's just been on fire. And Djokovic has always been, Djokovic handled Berdych pretty well. Straight sets, too. I mean, the first set was a tiebreaker, but still. I mean, he's been on fire ever since, like, 2 years ago. He's been going for his shots a lot more. It's the same thing with Delpo. They both have very similar games. And this is going to be a fight to the... it's going to be a five-setter. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be a five-setter. I'd be surprised if, either one of them won in straight sets or even four sets. Because both of them can just pound the ball, especially Djokovic. He's got a forehand, or as Brad Gilbert says, a fear hand. Both of them have great forehands. They have awesome backhands. And they have big, big serve games. So I wouldn't be surprised if I can see Djokovic and Delpo go into 5 sets. I mean, it's going to be a great, great match. Now, the other side, I never got to watch those matches, unfortunately, but I did get to see the better part of Murray versus Verdasco, and Murray eked it out. I mean, he had to... It's not so much that Murray won, it's that Verdasco lost it. He was cruising through those first 2 sets. The third set got away from him. He had a little bit of pressure on him. He just kind of gave Murray that set, but the next 2, which he lost 6-4 and 7-5, man, he had a ton of chances to break. Especially in the 4th set. He had 4 break points. Couldn't do anything. Just kept choking it up. And it's, like I said before, like I said in that last video, Murray pushes the ball. It was evident today. He was down 2 sets. He had to come back. He didn't really hit all that many winners. It was just Verdasco playing very, very soft. He wouldn't come into the net at all. He would hit those awesome forehands, make Murray run off the court and wouldn't come in, and let Murray come back in and keep hitting big forehands, and he would eventually miss them. He had so many... you think he had maybe 35 unforced errors. Like, that's atrocious. Murray, his second serve was topping at 85, 87 miles per hour. I can guarantee you, he plays like that against either Djokovic or Delpo, he's going to get slaughtered. It's going to be straight sets. Because if Verdasco is able to do that to him, and Verdasco is a little older, okay? He flashes some brilliance here and there, but the only time I can remember him going deep in a tournament was in the Australian Open, I think like 2 years ago when he played that 5-setter against Nadal. Really, that's the only thing that comes to mind. So he showcases some power here and there, but he took the first 2 sets and then just crumbled under the pressure. It's not, like I said, it's not like Murray won. Murray came back and won. It's that, Verdasco just... he couldn't handle the pressure. He double faulted many times. He had at least, I think, double-digit double faults, or maybe 6 or 7. Very uncharacteristic for any professional tennis player. Because he was having to go for it. And, he wouldn't move into the net at all. It was screaming. None of these players like to move into the net. They all like to have the winners. I don't get it. Many, many occasions Verdasco would hit the ball, hit a screaming forehand, or righty's backhand, push Murray off the court. Murray would come back in, and he would just smack another forehand right down the middle. It's as if they're so afraid of pushing to the net. It doesn't make any sense, but I can tell you this, I can tell you this, Murray, you're not going to get very far. His next opponent is Janowicz or something, and from what I've seen, he's a lot like Verdasco. Big shots, big serve. So he's not going to have an easy time, especially if he's pushing the ball. As evident in the last 3 sets, all he did was just chop it back and just lazily just make... makes the opponent makes the mistakes. And if you just rush the net, if you play aggressive and rush the net, I tell you, it works every time. So I don't get it. But Murray will eventually reach the semifinals. He'll have to play. Ooh, who will he play? I don't know. The draw is all over the place. I can't really. No, sorry. Sorry, no, they're in this. They're in the semifinal. Well, whatever. Anyway, I don't see. I can't see Murray winning this, even if he gets into the finals. The way he's playing so passively, I can't see it. I mean, unless he somehow changes his game, plays like he did in the U.S. Open last year and beat Djokovic, that could happen. But he's gonna have to play like that in order to win. He cannot play this passive 85-mile-per-hour service. It could also be the pressure from the fans. He said last year that it makes him feel better. But come on, man, you got a whole country on your shoulders wanting you to win a trophy since 1930s. Don't tell me that it's the fans that make it easier. That's just a load of crap. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be nervous too if I were playing tennis in the U.S. Open. I'd fucking shit. It would just be impossible for me to win over there just because of the amount of pressure that the media and the fans put on you. So just don't try to make that kind of excuse. I can't. I don't buy that. So either way, I say Djokovic in 5 sets. I say Murray's probably going to win, maybe in 4. But like I said, I've only gone on word on how this guy's played. I haven't seen him play. His match was on, but I was watching the Murray Verdasco match. But I think they play Friday, so I'm ready. I'm excited. But go Djokovic. I know you're gonna win your 2nd Wimbledon. It's gonna happen. Or Delpo. I'd like to see Delpo win. He's pretty sick nasty. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.